Hello everybody, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo. Say hello to everyone. Gnarlo. Good boy. He's out here in front of the Prancing Pony. That's where we had just left off, having talked to Strider. He's sending us on the mission to go and talk to Tom Bombadil. So we are going to head off in that direction. Let's see what time it is. It is actually evening, so we've got an entire night ahead of us. Beautiful, beautiful night. All the stars are out. Unfortunately, that also means that, let me turn my light on. Also means that we are going to be going into the Barrow Downs at night, which is the creepiest time to be in there. Yes, we're going to go through the Barrow Downs. That is the quickest way and easiest way to get to Tom Bombadil. But, I said, when I say easiest, doesn't mean it's easy. It's just easiest. It's a yellow. It's listed as a 18th level quest. So, we should get a pretty good, significant experience point bump. Let's see how much longer we've got. We've got another 51 seconds left on our our run speed. So, excuse me just a second. Sorry about that. I am coming down with a cold, so you'll hear the occasional sniffle and occasional cough going on. But I'll try and edit those, at least quiet them out, muffle them out, and edit them out as much as I can. But yeah, we should be clicking on our cloak here again very shortly. Just waiting for the cooldown to run out on it. I'm kind of embarrassed about the whole situation with the cloak. I've always thought that the cloak was one of those things you just put on and used. I mean, all this time I've had it on and never actually used its running ability. Kind of embarrassing there. Alright, there went our run speed, so let's click it again. There we go. And we're good for another half hour. Alright, as you come up here, I said we're about maybe halfway to Adzo's camp. Let's pull up a map and take a look. Yeah, we're about halfway. Adzo's camp is somewhere right around in here. So we're about halfway to Adzo's camp. You'll see a pathway on your left. That goes up through into that cleft in the hills right up there and into the Barrow Downs. So since we're going into more dangerous territory, I am going to zoom back out into third-person view. And we'll see if we can't make it through the Barrow Downs without getting ourselves terribly molested. I do still have the sneak ability, so there we go. Here we have an unfortunate traveler. Let's see what's going on with the unfortunate traveler. The body is cold to the touch, but the wounds appear fresh, though the lack of blood surrounding the man's body is disturbing. In his hand, the man clutches a note. His position and the trail of disturbed earth make it appear that he traveled through the gloom of the Barrow Downs to reach this point. The note is chewed and crumpled, and the only legible words are, "Between the old forest and the northern Barrow Downs, send help." Okay. So we have to speak with one of the survivors of the ill-fated expedition into the Barrow Downs. And this is a level 18 quest as well. Now, I got a pretty good idea. We should be running into the survivors. So I don't see any creatures here, so we'll travel on. Looks like that dwarf was doing one of the escort missions, or the escort mission here, so he's pretty much cleared out the beginning pathway here for us. Let's go ahead and turn on our track wood. Excuse me just a second. Alright. And see what kind of wood there is to gather while we're here. Alright, so it's ash branches out here. I'm not going to go out of my way to get it, but if I come across any, I will certainly grab them. We are headed that way, toward that big stand of trees that you see right there. That is kind of the entryway into The old forest. Okay. You see vile barghest. That's one of the big nasty creatures that you run into here. Between the barghest and the crawlers and field rats are kind of the three worst creatures the three most common creatures you run into in this area. You also run into wights. We just had a quest ring pop up on the mini-map there. That is the escort mission that you saw the dwarf undertaking. It's to escort, I think her name is Lelia. She is a hobbit and one of the, I think the daughter of one of the people that work at the Prancing Pony. It's where you first pick up the introduction part to that mission. Alright, so we've got a couple of, should be fairly easy to pick up branches here. I'm going to grab right quick. Said, not too difficult. This is the easiest way of getting in. You got some yellows and some oranges and stuff that you got to kind of dodge around, but not that bad. And then down in here you get into the entryway to the old forest. Also find a few silver and that sort of thing around as well. Alright. Now I'm thinking that these people over here may be the survivors of the expedition. So let's see if talking to one of them is going to get us further along. Here's Reginald Sickleweed. See if he does failed delivery. No, he doesn't. This gentleman? No. So this is probably not the one that I'm thinking about then. There we go, the failed delivery.
Good day.
You came here instead of seeking Barlowman and the Watchers? Oh, this is a fine mess. I'll not forgive Barlowman soon for the tale he spun from my Lelia. If you have arrived to assist us, then I'm pleased to see you. Just concerned that you mayn't be capable to lead us out of this terrible place. Yeah, this is Bob. Bob works at the Prancing Pony, and ordinarily... I won't say ordinarily, because this is his ordinary position now. His old position, before they revamped this zone, was that he was in the kitchen over at the Prancing Pony. And that he would send you out. He'd say that his daughter had been listening to too many tales of the Barrow Downs that Barlowman had told. Excuse me again. Had been listening to too many stories of Barlowman's and had decided to come over here and search for the old prince. Let's see if he has any more.
And have some tea.
Yeah, see, here he sends you out to do Lelia. We're going to decline that one right now. One thing, because I dislike escort missions, unless I absolutely have to do them. And secondly, because it's a pain in the butt. Especially if you're lower level. There are a lot of Barrow wights that you have to fight. Barghests and that sort of thing, and you end up fighting with the wight of the old prince. Okay, so as you see, you continue on past the group of adventurers there, the ill-fated expedition. Come on down the old Barrow Road here, and we have entered the old forest. This is the mythical, magical, legendary old forest on the shore, between the borders of the Shire and Breeland proper. Just continue following the old road here. Shouldn't be too many things to attack you. Oop, stun me. There we go. And there we got yet another one of our, yet another one of the tricks on our count to doing 1,000 of the dust in the eyes. Oops. Large forest hunter there. Let's see if we can't sneak our way past him. go. And here's a little bright light in the gloom of the forest. Here is Tom Bombadil's house. We'll go ahead and come out of sneak mode. And I'll zoom in. This is the house of Bombadil. He and Goldberry, the river woman's daughter. And it opens up the deed, the old forest, where we have to find all the different locations of the old forest. We'll go ahead and look and see what it says about Tom Bombadil's house here. Once again, it's Shift L. Alright, we want area door. The old forest. This is the lodging of the strange and powerful Tom Bombadil and his wife, the river daughter Goldberry. Very good. Over here is a little pool where Tom has been storing the water lilies and the water reeds for his wife since winter is coming. Alright, hang on. I'm going to have to leave just a second. I do apologize once again, but I've doused myself in chloroseptic. So hopefully my throat's going to be pretty well numb there. Alright, let's go on up to Tom Bombadil's house. Sometimes he's prancing about out here if it's daytime, but at nighttime a lot of the times he'll be inside. So why don't we go on in and see if we can find him. There should be some familiar music here. That's right. I love the theme song of Tom Bombadil, and it is the one that I've used for the opening here in this Let's Play. As you see, he's a merry fellow, bright blue his jacket is, and his boots are yellow. Let's talk to Tom.
Hey do, merry do, my hearty.
Oh now, hey now, what's all this fussing? We've not had so many guests since our wedding. There's time enough for bird watching, but perhaps first a song or two, my hearty. Let your heart fly free and put aside your worries. You are at the house of Tom Bombadil. And if there's any place in Middle-earth that you can be safe, this is it.
Hello, friend. Can I help you with something?
Chapter 9, Lilies for the River Woman Daughter? Perhaps? My Goldberry is away at her spring, and I was going lily hunting. I've no time for chasing birds, but hoy now! Aragorn's a name I know, and a friend of old Tom's. Here then my offer. While old Tom Bombadil looks for sour crows, you'll gather lilies for my lovely. I saw some along the river, just a hop and a jump away. Just follow along until ring-a-ding-dillo you find Old Man Willow. You watch that old gray willow man. He's a mighty singer. He'll sing you down to sleep and drown you if you don't be careful. So we have a quest, lilies for the river daughter. We have a quest to go get lilies. Tom is one of the great characters of the Lord of the Rings books and all that, but as you can see, I think you get a sense of why he wasn't included in any of the movies ever made about it. Why he wasn't included in the animated movie from back in the 70s, or the Peter Jackson ones, or why he wasn't included in the BBC radio thing, because he just, he's a hard person to explain. Let's see what we got here. Hope 8. As you see, just being in Tom Bombadil's presence gives you a hope of 8 out of a maximum of 10. So that right there should show you just how powerful a being he is, and how great it is to be here. Alright. Even though this is a yellow quest, we shall go on down. Let me kill this deed marker here. We are going to go on down to the river. I think we should be able to pull off getting willows, getting the lilies down here. Now, once we get down here, we'll turn to the left to go down to the river, the Withywindle. And as he says, you do want to be careful of Old Man Willow. Here's the Withywindle down here. Let's look and see if we can find any river lilies. Don't see any lilies, but I do see a human. Or is that an elf? I don't know. Big folk anyway. Yeah, there we go, large lilies. And unfortunately, right ahead of us is Old Man Willow himself. So you want to be very careful around him. You do have an effect that you'll see pop up here in a second. I'm going to try my best to stay away from him if I can. There you go. You see my power's draining. He puts the effect on you of sap power and drowsiness. So as you notice, your regen drops so that you don't regenerate the power that he's pulling from you. It is not a good thing to get into a fight here around Old Man Willow, because he is out to kill you. It's never really clear in the books whether Old Man Willow is a Huorn. You know, what exactly he is. The Huorns are the treants who became like trees. Or whether he is, as Treebeard said, one of the trees who became more like an ent. I'm not sure about the exact position to be in. If you get the right place, you can almost see a face in his bark. That might be it there, with kind of the nose, the mouth, and the eyes. But I think maybe the other side, it may be a little more pronounced. Let's see if I can scoot around here a little bit without getting near those willow roots, because they will attack you. Yeah, there we go. Is that one of his eyes there? There we go. Like I said, there's Old Man Willow. Do his roots still attack you at sight? No, they don't. Yeah, that's one of the things I do not like about the changes to the old forest. Used to be these willow roots would attack you at sight. All you had to do is get close to them. But, you know, they've done it. They've cut the aggro here down quite a bit. And now that we're out of Old Man Willow's, now that we're out of his sphere of influence and his immediate presence, you'll notice sap power's going off and our power's regenerating. There's still some, you know, they cut back the aggro on all these monsters, most of them here in the old forest. I still think there are a few, like Old Man Willow, that they should have left the willow roots to attack you. Because he's one, whatever you can say about the various wolves and the corrupted roots and all that, Old Man Willow does hate life. He does hate all animal life, including hobbits and men and elves and dwarves, and he does want to kill you. So they should have left that in, but oh well. Alright, Tom, where are you at? Still dancing about. Good man. I've got your lilies here.
Hey do, merry do, my hearty.
Lilies white for the river daughter, stronger than hobbit folk are you if you outsang Willow Man, not a lily crush nor leaf bent. Old Tom's a merry fellow, but he knows when it's time for dancing or to go a-whiting. He's found your birds, and none too soon. If you seek them out, then seek them now, unless you wish to sleep beneath green grass.
What can I do for you today?
Alright, on to Chapter 10, which is a level 19, into the Barrow Downs. Blackbirds flitted and fluttered, skipping among the branches. They came to rest with a restless walk. Beware the old barrows, they stir when they should be a-sleeping. Go north up the path and follow the old Barrow's road, then south within the Barrow's wall, along the forest eaves. Hey doll, merry doll, and there you'll find them. Watch for the Lady Dreary. Now hop along, my hearty, Tom's a-going leaping. So Tom has been persuaded to do about as much as it's possible for him to do, you know. As Aragorn said, he does not often consider the ways of the world to be any concern of his own. He's made his little fiefdom here, and this is where he stays. Here's his kitchen. Let's see, are you able to get into where the beds and all are? Nope, not able to get through that door, and I doubt you can get through that one either. Because that's where the hobbits would have stayed, right there. Alright. So I don't think we're going to be able to defeat the Crebain and their master, the lady that they're around. So what we will do is we will head back to the Bree area and start picking up some of the quests from around there and see if that is going to be enough to level us up a couple. Well, it shouldn't be too long. We're well over halfway into level 16 as it is. And see if we can't get up to at least level 18 before we go after the Trail of the Crebain into the Barrow Downs. So I'm going to continue out this way, see if I can get back out of the Old Forest and the Barrow Downs here. And next time that we join up with you, we'll be back in Bree, and we'll see if we can't find some level 16, 17, and maybe some 15 level quests, and do a little questing in the Breelands area, so you can get a taste of what that's like as well, and we can get a little experience put onto us. So we'll see you next time. Okay, I definitely don't need to sneak here. We've gotten past the immediate hazards until we get up on the hill on top of the Barrows again. I said the Barrow Downs are a very creepy place at night. So we're going to continue up. We're going to cross back across the Barrows. We're going to get back over to Bree. And when we see you again, we'll be looking for those quests. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you got a nice taste of Tom there. And we will see you next time.